People like Wim Hof dealt with ridicule their entire lives until scientists finally proved that his breath practices allow people to override their own nervous systems. Over 100 years ago, Santiago Cajal studied neurons and was curious about glia, which make up the majority of brain matter. But his brother, Pedro, raced to finalize the neuron doctrine, which gave all intelligence credit to neurons. Science passed off glia as packing material, unimportant. Dr. Andrew Kobe now says that neurons may be involved perhaps solely in reflexive or pre-programmed behavior, while astrocyte glia could be the mechanism for higher-order thought processing, namely imagination, creativity, and intuition. To carry this thought forward, glia runs through the entire body with a fiber-optic quality and is our most interconnected thinking apparatus in the body. The fascia, or connective tissue, is a liquid crystalline network that connects to every organ, every kind of tissue, and can transport photon units of information. This is how you can respond to a touch of your toe before your brain even receives the signal. The nervous system works at about 250 miles an hour, whereas the fascia communicates at near light speed with a fractal distribution system. This tissue is made up of collagen, ground substance, and water. It's healthiest when it's moved in dynamic ways, well hydrated, and rested. Today, sitting is the predominant human activity. Less movement, poorly hydrated, and hardly rested. That's the state of our bodies. 5G radiation is said to be absorbed most in the epidermis and dermis layers of the skin. This is a part of our fascial system, and it communicates through photons. But while we marvel at technology doing this, our body has its own fiber optic system. It's perfectly built, like Buckminster Fuller's tensegrity model. It can withstand and adapt to many kinds of stressors and forces. Cullen Smith and Santos Bonacci focus on the symbolism of the human anatomy. The pelvis of a human is centered around the sacrum bone. The root of the word denotes sacred. The root of our spine with 33 vertebrae that finishes at the cranium. The cranial sacral pathway houses cerebrospinal fluid that transports chemicals like serotonin, norepinepherine, and DMT. The ability for a human to give life through sexual intercourse is partly due to the cerebrospinal fluid that was once bathing the brain of the father. This fluid travels down the spine, past all the innervated organs, likely picking up information from the entire body, and moves into the mother. The ancients called this the sacred secret, or the sacral secretion. In the old world, this was the only way to give rise to new life.